That seems good. Okay. The first Prime Minister of India once said, "A moment comes, which comes but rarely in history, when we step out from the old into the new, when an age ends." When voting today, we are limited by only being able to cast a ballot for one person on the ballot, thus giving us only one opportunity to make a choice. This has been the way that most elections have been decided in America for the last 250 years. This has led to having to pick lesser of two evils, as they say, when we should be able to vote for whom we want to without worry about our vote not counting because it was for the non-main parties. Ranked choice voting will always allow us to vote for who we truly want to vote for. By allowing the opportunity to make a choice for whom we want to lead us, we will remove the power from the party to the voter, where it was in the beginning and where it should have remained within our democracy. I want to share with you how it's possible by using ranked choice voting in its many forms to empower the populace to take charge of elections. First, we will look at how elections today limit the power of voters. Second, we will talk about how ranked choice voting empowers voters to really elect the leaders we want. Third, we'll talk about how ranked choice voting will bring change. Let's start with how elections limit voters' powers. The last time a non-big two-party presidential candidate won a state electoral vote was when George Wallace won 5 states in 1968. The last time one electoral vote was given to a non-big two party was 1972. The dominance of the big two parties in elections for president has meant that when we go to the ballot, voting for third-party presidential candidates is an exercise in futility. If we do not take our chance now, our children will have to make the same choices we have made all of our lives. Picking the safe option, least harmful candidate, not the candidate who inspires us to make change, and who we want to lead. Now let's discuss the solution. Ranked choice voting gives the power to the voter for who we want to lead us, by giving us influence over the election, even if our first choice candidate is not a part of the big two parties. By ranking the candidates in order of who we want most to lead and who we least want to lead, our vote is not wasted, even if our first choice is not the winner, as that vote is then given to the next person in the ranking. One example of this method is called ranked pairs. This involves a round-robin method where the total votes for a candidate are paired in one-on-one pairings. The winner is decided by who wins more one-on-one pairings. Another example is the approval method. The voter marks who they approve of, and leaves blank those who they do not approve of. The winner is chosen by who has the highest approval rating. These are two of the many different types of ranked choice voting that can be implemented. By making every election about the candidates, and not who the party decided to support, we the voters would be given the power that is currently in the hands of the parties that have been out of sync with the common people for too long. Now let's look how ranked choice voting will work. According to an article in Bloomberg, the 2025 New York City mayoral election, which used ranked choice voting, had the highest percentage of people voting in over 50 years at 41.6%, nearly double the 2021 turnout, with those in the age range of 18 to 29 having the highest percentage of gain at 30.8%, more turnout than the 2021 election. If we increase the 2024 federal election turnout by the same percentage, we would see a turnout of 73.3%, or 48 million new votes in 2028 compared to 2024. The average number of votes for either candidate in 2024 election was 76 million. If those extra votes came from the average American, they would lower the median voting age by 15 years. This would mean that the average voter would lower from 55 to 40 years old, close to the same age as the majority of the population of America, at 38.9 years old. With this younger age group being the main one that participates in elections, Issues like universal health care, universal child care, and increased public transportation would need to be addressed. Empower yourself and your peers by starting a petition for the implementation of ranked choice voting in your local election. Let us review. We have covered how ranked choice voting will bring power back to the voter. The big two parties have had unchecked control over elections for too long. When we take the power back, we will be in control again. By making changes at the local level, we can set in motion a change that will give power back not just to us at this moment, but those that follow. By setting an example, those that come after us will see that legacy, hopefully one day break from the two-party system. Let us remember these words by Franklin D. Roosevelt. Democracy cannot succeed unless those who express their choice are prepared to choose wisely. The real safeguard of democracy, therefore, is education. Thank you. Scene, yep, and good.